Well, I charged my electric car the other day in London from a lamppost. And we're going to see more and more of these things, and charging centres. So you might not have the charging facilities outside your house or flat, but you'll be able to go to a fast charging point where you can just put in 300 or 400 miles when we get the bigger batteries in the next couple of years, and then have that for the rest of the week. So the infrastructure isn't here, you're absolutely right, but it's getting a lot better. I never have to worry about where to charge my car because I can always find somewhere to do it. And range anxiety has kind of disappeared because these cars now do these amazing ranges. And going back to the idea about they cost more, sure, they cost more up front. But when you look at the depreciation of electric cars, I mean, the Teslas are hardly losing anything at all, and some of them are actually going up in value. So when you factor that in, your whole life cost of an electric car over 3 years is significantly less than a petrol or diesel car. So these barriers, they now become urban myths, and when you look at it, the viability and the low cost and the desirability of an electric car is growing and growing.
What about the length of time that an electric car can survive? So, for example, like my mobile phone, the battery within about 2 years starts to become extremely inefficient, and I'm thinking how many times, and when I do replace the phone, it won't be just the battery, it'll be the entire phone. So I'm looking at it as somebody buying one and thinking, well, won't I have to replace the whole thing when the battery goes?
Okay, that's another urban myth, Nana, that the batteries are like the batteries in your phone. They're not. They're completely different. And the data we've got so far after, 10 years and millions of miles of electric cars is that the batteries are not degrading. And they will, in all probably, outlast the chassis of the car. If you take, we've got Nissan Leafs being run on taxi firms that have done 350,000 miles on the original battery packs. Tesla's doing 400,000 miles. All that anecdotal evidence is coming in that we're seeing that battery failure just isn't happening. People predicted it would happen. You'd need a new battery in 3 years or 4 years. That's not the case. We've got battery packs that are lasting 10, sometimes even 15 years. So again, that's another urban myth that it's just factually inaccurate.